Hey guys, welcome back to Ellen Beauty. My name is Leah and today's video is going to be all about focusing on how to cover up those acne scars, those red patches, those blemishes that you want to be concealed, and how to do it what I think would be the correct way. So welcome if you are new to my channel. My name is Leah, and as always, if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that red subscribe button and to share and give this video a big thumbs up. And let's go ahead and get started on how to correct all these little spots on the face. So the first thing that I think is very important to covering up zits, hyperpigmentation and all of that, is to really focus on letting a lot of your natural skin shine through. This is definitely one of those things that a little bit goes a long way. Less is more. You don't want to cake on a whole big face of makeup. You want to still look like you have your natural skin. You still want to look pretty normal. So what I am going to do first is I'm going to put a little bit of a base on that gives a little bit more of a glow to my skin. And by doing so, I'm going to be using this Milani Soft Focus Glow. It is by far one of my favorite products that I've been using last year for 2019. And so I'm just going to put a little bit of this on my hands and rub it together and then just kind of get a light layer all throughout. You kind of want to focus a little bit on the high points, so like on the cheekbones, kind of where the natural light hits you. And this will just kind of add a little bit of life back to your face. So I thought this was a perfect time to do this video because during the Christmas break, I just broke out in a big patch of acne right here and a big patch of acne right here. So I am a perfect candidate to kind of be able to conceal any kind of spots. I've got natural redness that I have around my nose, on my chin. So you still want to look pretty natural doing this. So I'm going to be using a lightweight foundation, nothing that is super heavy, super cakey, or anything like that. You do want to cater to your skin type. My skin type, I luckily have pretty normal skin. I don't have too dry of areas or too oily skin. So my go-to foundation for just kind of a more natural look is the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. This has an SPF of 22, so it's nice during the summertime. I like it because it has a really nice big doe foot applicator, so it's pretty easy to apply. And like I said, less is more. You want to start kind of on the middle and kind of fade your way out. So I am going to just kind of take a little bit and kind of fan it out. A little bit on the nose. I do have a natural redness on my forehead and on my chin. And then a little, I like to do just a little stripe. You can use whatever method you want to blend your foundation in, but I'm going to be using my sponge. And I'm just going to do lightly little pouncing motions, kind of moving that foundation around. Oh, I also need to mention that I did my eyebrows, my eyes, and everything already off camera. We're just going to be focusing on the foundation, the base of your face. You always want to go down your neck, hit those areas that you kind of can tend to forget about. I'm just doing lightly little bounces. Like I said, I'm not caking on a huge layer. I'm really kind of focusing on just kind of evening out the skin tone, making sure that everything looks pretty even, getting rid of any kind of redness as you can conceal later. But you just want a nice little healthy layer of foundation, nothing too heavy. You want your skin to pop through. You want the areas that you don't have these blemishes to really shine. You don't want to cover up everything. I'm just blending everything in nicely together. I like this foundation too because it sinks into the skin so nicely. It feels so skin-like. It's just a great foundation. So now that my base is my foundation is really kind of layered on the first layer, I'm going to go to concealing. Now, I like to use two different concealers, one specifically for spot concealing, the other one to brighten up the under eyes. So for spot concealing, it is a little time consuming if you want to do it correctly. I like to use kind of a potted one. This NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer is my favorite. There's something about it also being matte, but also being pretty flexible to move around. I like to use my fingers because the warmth of your body temperature kind of helps make this product a little bit easier. It warms it up so it can kind of go around the face a little bit. So I have a little mirror right here. So I'm going to be focusing on all the areas that I have a little bit of blemishes. And what you're going to do is you're just going to quickly just do a little dot. A little dot of the concealer. Just a little dot. You're not going to do a huge patch or anything like that. You're really just kind of putting a little dot. Like I said, you want your skin to look pretty normal. You don't want it to look too cakey. So what I like to do is with that hand, you kind of just lightly press, especially if you have a little bit of textured acne, you don't want to add too much to it. So you kind of press in that area and then feather around it. Press in that area, feather around it. Press in that area, feather that concealer around. Make it so that it blends in naturally to your skin. Oh yeah, I just, I've always had acne scars. I suffered with acne as a teenager, and so I'm trying really hard to work at not, getting any more scars that as an adult. But I'm definitely that one person who will flare up with some acne every once in a while as an adult. So I like to make sure everything is pressed in nicely, blended in really well with the skin. And now I'm just gonna brighten up my under eyes a little bit. I'm gonna be using the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer. This is a nice lightweight concealer that's not too cakey. And I'm just gonna add a little bit to the areas where I have a little bit of darkness. Not too much or anything, but because again, less is more. I'm gonna be using that sponge again and just kind of lightly dabbing everything into place, blending it together. Those areas, I can use my finger to kind of really press that concealer into those dark blue areas underneath the eyes. That already looks a lot better. I'm gonna be using the same concealer to kind of help brighten up the center of my T-zone. So I'm gonna use a little bit right here, a little bit down the nose, and a little bit on the chin. Using the same sponge, I'm gonna blend everything and bounce it together. All right, now that we have a nice base, everything is concealed. All of my hyperpigmentation is concealed. All my acne scars are concealed. All any present acne, any redness or anything is really kind of nice and evenly put together. And that really didn't take too much time at all. It's all about just kind of doing less is more. I can't say that enough on this video. So after you did all your work, you want to make sure that you set it so it stays all day. So I'm going to be using my Makeup Forever, the soft blurring powder. This one is my favorite because it has a little bit of pigment to it, so it's going to add a little bit more if needed. And I like to dab a little bit of it and set especially underneath those eyes. Anywhere that I put a little extra work into, especially my acne scars, I'm just going to lightly press and lock that concealer in place. Again, I don't want to go too heavy on the powder because I want to make sure that I still look pretty glowy and everything from that the Milani Soft Focus Glow that I used earlier. Now I'm just going to finish my face. I'm going to be putting a little bit of blush on. I'm going to be using this Too Faced Love Flush, this old school that I absolutely love. I recently did a video about pulling out all my old favorite makeups products and doing a full face of it. I will put that in the box above if you are interested in watching that video. But I like this color. It's just a natural mauve. It's so pretty. I like to make this face when I do my blush. I'm like, because it really, like, my cheekbones just like pop. And we're gonna warm up the skin just a little bit by using a bronzer. This is the Bare Minerals Invisible Bronze Fair to Light. It is a very buildable bronzer, and the name is true to how it works. It's very fair to light. It's pretty natural. I don't like a big too brown of a bronzer or anything, so I'm gonna really focus kind of on the cheekbone area and around the hairline and a little bit over the nose, kind of where the sun would naturally hit ya. All right, let's finish this look by putting a little bit of a lip on. I'm going to be using the Too Faced Melted Matte. This is in Queen Bee. This is one of the products that I actually got in a Sephora Play box a while ago. If you're interested in watching my most recent Sephora Play box, again, I will put that in the box above. You can watch it if you're interested in it. So I like this one. This one is a liquid lipstick. It does dry down to pretty matte and it stays in place, and I like that. So, and this is kind of a look that is your lips but a little bit better. So I am going to, last thing is my, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Paris Lumi Shake and Glow. You're going to shake this up, and really this is just going to add a little bit extra glow to my skin, and so I'm going to just spray a little bit. This is a great product also to blend in concealers. I'm going to kind of dry everything down. And that is it. that kind of finishes my look, but really we were kind of focusing on the face today. So yeah, that it completes today's look on how I personally like to cover up any kind of blemishes, acne scars, current acne, redness, hyperpigmentation, anything like that. I think it's a pretty easy way to do it, and it's pretty foolproof, and it's pretty beginner user friendly. I mean, you don't need a huge amount of products, and I feel like I still look like my natural skin is popping through. Another thing that I like to do when I have a big flare-up of acne is just to take a big break from makeup in general. Like I said, during Christmas time, when I had a big patch of acne right here and a big patch of acne right here, we kind of stayed in. We didn't really go out and about too much. I didn't wear any makeup at all, and I really focused on good skincare and areas that I use to specifically fight those acne spots. I will also link my nighttime skincare routine that I really focus on for any kind of acne areas or hyperpigmentation, if you're interested in watching that as well. But when you kind of let your skin just kind of breathe, give it a little bit of a break, because when you keep putting tons and tons of makeup on, you are going to be clogging those pores. So you want to make sure that you cleanse properly, that you get all that makeup off at night. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe and share if you haven't already. I hope you guys are enjoying your 2020, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.